Iran, historically known as Persia, is a country with one of the longest continuous histories in the world, dating back thousands of years. Positioned at the crossroads of civilizations in Western Asia, Iran has been the stage for numerous empires, invasions, and cultural transformations. Its rich history includes periods of great power and influence, as well as times of occupation and decline. From the rise of the ancient Persian Empire to the Islamic Revolution of 1979, Iran's history is a fascinating blend of cultural, religious, and political developments that have shaped both the region and the wider world. Ancient Persia. The birth of empires. The earliest known civilization in what is now Iran emerged around 3000 BCE with the Elamites, who established one of the earliest urban societies in the southwest of the region. However, the first great Iranian empire was the Achaemenid Empire, founded by Cyrus the Great. Under Cyrus, the Achaemenid Empire expanded to become the largest empire the world had ever seen, stretching from the Balkans in the west to the Indus Valley in the east. Cyrus is remembered for his leadership and policies of tolerance, notably issuing the Cyrus Cylinder, which is considered the first charter of human rights. His successors, such as Darius the Great and Xerxes III, continued to expand and consolidate the empire, introducing efficient administrative systems, road networks, and legal codes. The empire reached its zenith under Darius, but internal unrest and external pressures eventually led to its fall when it was conquered by Alexander the Great in 330 BCE. After Alexander's death, the region was controlled by the Seleucid Empire, which was formed by his general Seleucus. The Seleucid rule in Iran was short-lived, as native powers reasserted control with the rise of the Parthians and later the Sasanian Empire. The Sasanian Empire, Iran's pre-Islamic Golden Age. The Sasanian Empire, from 224 to 651 CE, marked a new era in Iran's history and is often regarded as one of the most influential pre-Islamic civilizations. It restored the traditional Persian imperial glory after centuries of Greek and Parthian influence. The Sasanian kings, beginning with Ardashir I, established a centralized state with a complex bureaucracy and a strong military. Under the Sasanians, Zoroastrianism became the state religion, playing a significant role in shaping Iranian culture, art, and governance. The Sasanians also engaged in a series of wars with their Western rival, the Roman and later Byzantine Empire, as well as with nomadic invaders from Central Asia. Despite these challenges, the Sasanian Empire thrived culturally, contributing significantly to fields such as architecture, art, and science. However, by the early 7th century, the empire was weakened by a series of internal crises and external invasions. In 651 CE, the last Sasanian king, Yazdegerd III, was overthrown by the invading Arab Muslim forces, marking the beginning of the Islamic era in Iran. The Islamic conquest and the rise of the Caliphates. The Arab-Muslim conquest of Iran in the 7th century led to the decline of Zoroastrianism and the gradual conversion of the Iranian population to Islam. However, Iran did not simply become an Arabized province of the Islamic Empire. The Persians maintained their distinct cultural identity and played a significant role in the development of Islamic civilization. Under the Abbasid Caliphate, which moved its capital to Baghdad, Persian culture, science, and administration became integral to the Islamic world. Iranian scholars, poets, and scientists like Avicenna, Al-Razi, and Omar Khayyam made major contributions to fields such as medicine, philosophy, mathematics, and astronomy. Persian became the language of high culture and literature, and the Persian epic Shahnameh, written by Ferdowsi in the 10th century, preserved the stories of Iran's pre-Islamic kings and heroes. Despite the Arab rule, various Iranian dynasties, such as the Samanids and Buyids, gained autonomy in different parts of the region, contributing to a resurgence of Persian culture. The Safavid Empire and the rise of Shia Islam. The next major turning point in Iranian history came with the rise of the Safavid dynasty in the early 16th century. The Safavid Empire, founded by Shah Ismail I in 1501, is particularly notable for establishing Twelver Shia Islam as the state religion, distinguishing Iran from its Sunni-dominated neighbours and shaping its religious and political identity for centuries to come. The Safavids, like the Achaemenids and Sasanians before them, created a centralized and powerful state. Under Shah Abbas the Great, the empire reached its peak, with its capital in Isfahan becoming one of the most magnificent cities in the world. The Safavids also engaged in frequent wars with the Ottoman Empire, which was Sunni, and this sectarian conflict helped solidify the Shia identity of Iran. The Safavid Empire lasted until 1736, when it was overthrown by Nader Shah, a brilliant but ruthless military leader who briefly restored Iran's territorial control, but whose death led to political fragmentation. Modern Iran. From the Qajar dynasty to the Pahlavi era. The 18th and 19th centuries saw Iran weaken under the Qajar dynasty, which faced significant challenges from both internal instability and foreign intervention, particularly by Britain and Russia. The Qajar rulers were unable to modernize the country effectively, and Iran was forced to cede territories to its northern neighbors. In 1906, a constitutional revolution led to the establishment of Iran's first parliament, marking a step toward modern governance. But the Qajars struggled to maintain control over an increasingly divided country. By 1925, the Qajar dynasty was overthrown by Reza Khan, who established the Pahlavi dynasty and became Reza Shah Pahlavi. Reza Shah embarked on a campaign to modernize and secularize Iran, building infrastructure, modernizing the military, and reducing the power of the clergy. His reign came to an abrupt end during World War II, when he was forced to abdicate in favor of his son, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, due to Allied fears over his pro-German sympathies. The younger Shah continued his father's modernization policies, but faced growing opposition from nationalist, communist, and religious forces. His close ties with the West, especially the United States, and his authoritarian rule led to widespread discontent, which culminated in the Islamic Revolution of 1979. The Islamic Revolution and the establishment of the Islamic Republic. The 1979 revolution was a turning point in Iranian history, overthrowing the monarchy and replacing it with an Islamic Republic led by Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. The revolution was driven by widespread dissatisfaction with the Shah's regime, which was seen as corrupt, repressive, and overly influenced by Western powers. Khomeini's vision for Iran was a theocratic state governed by Islamic law, with the supreme leader wielding significant power over the country's political, religious, and military institutions. The establishment of the Islamic Republic dramatically altered Iran's domestic and foreign policies, leading to strained relations with the West, especially the United States. The revolution also transformed Iran's society, with the imposition of strict Islamic codes on dress, behavior, and the role of women. The country became embroiled in a brutal war with Iraq from 1980 to 1988, which caused immense destruction but also solidified the regime's hold on power. The current supreme leader of Iran is Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. He has held this position since June 4, 1989, following the death of the first supreme leader, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini.